Hi guys, am I audible? All right, good evening and welcome to our session for the day. Okay, राम राम. सत्यम, क्या आपने क्या पूछा था कल? क्या प्रॉब्लम चल रही थी आपकी? In the meanwhile, I'll share the whiteboard screen with you so that हम डिस्कस करें कि क्या क्या करने वाले हैं आज, and then we will go ahead. In the meanwhile, चैट में बताना कि आपका क्या डाउट था. Okay, so before 1 second. All right. Okay, cool. So what we will do today is I will start off with the agenda. Before that, sorry, yesterday which I asked you. Okay, so I'll just type it out over here. I shared the cheat sheet with you guys on Slack, I guess. Did you take a look? Okay, anyone who is not unable to attend any sessions, please go through the videos. आप लोग को वीडियो सुबह मिल गई थी. Okay, this reminds me, I need to make this live on YouTube as well so that you guys can get the link as soon as possible. तो आपका वो प्रॉब्लम भी मैं सॉल्व कर दूंगा आज. I'll just log in with that. Okay, someone is on mute. All right, let's begin. So आप लोग को स्क्रीन दिख रही है, white board? Cool. So let's start off with the agenda. Agenda for the day. First of all, I will go ahead and have a recap of yesterday. Then, since we have gone through a couple of commands, we will move ahead and understand few things like git reset, revert, and checkout. Then I will also talk about brief about branching, and then I will talk about GitHub. ठीक है? Clear है? तो अटेंडेंस ध्रुव हम लोग जूम के थ्रू कर लेंगे. ऑलराइट, तो कल हम लोग कोलैबोरेशन करना शुरू कर रहे थे. नहीं सॉरी, कोलैबोरेशन नहीं, ट्रैकिंग करना शुरू किया था हमने. और उस ट्रैकिंग सिस्टम में हमें ये पता चला था कि Git was able to track my changes when we were making any kind of change for any kind of files in our folder. So we made sure that we initialize the Git. So the first step that we have done yesterday. So let's talk about recap. Let's recap quickly. So the first and whatever folder we are working on, जहाँ पे भी हम काम करना चाह रहे हैं, उस folder के अंदर we initialize it using git init. Once we initialize it, then what we do is we go ahead and start with the we make changes and use the git add dot command. So what this does is adds file to the staging area. So next we did commit. What commit does is it helps us. My voice is cracking for everyone, or is it just Shreyash? Oh, I think internet issue from my side. आज मेरा इंटरनेट काफी weirdly behave कर रहा है, so do let me know. Is it okay now? Should I go on? Okay. अगर continuous duration के लिए if you find that glitch, do let me know on the chat box. अगर सबके साथ ऐसा problem हो रहा है, so that I will stop at that moment, let the internet behave, and then we will come back. All right, cool. All right, so as I was saying, the third step was committing. So committing is like a checkpoint for us, which helps us to understand कि मैंने क्या क्या चीजें कर लिया है या कौन से point तक मैं save कर रहा हूँ अपना tracking system, right? So here, what we did was we used a command called git commit -m. So -m is like a flag for message. -m means I'm writing a message. And I also said that when you're writing a message, please try to write a message which makes sense. You do not just go A, B, B, C, C, X, X, Z, 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 Z. That will not make sense if you want to understand what is going on. So I put a meaningful message over there for each of the commit that I'm having, right? And then I used some utility commands, I call it utility commands, which actually helps me to check what is going on. So one of them was the configuration. So git config -- global, and this helps me to set the name or check the name. If I just use this much, it will show me what name it is. Otherwise, I can set the name in the brackets like this. Let me just increase the size so that ये सब एक line में आ जाए. Yeah. And similarly, mail के लिए अगर आपको करना हुआ तो remember guys, yesterday I said mail. It is not mail, it is email. So एक करेक्शन था जो बाद में मैंने करवाया था, जो लोग डाउट के टाइम पे थे उनको बताया था. Those of you who left early, it is not mail. I think I said mail yesterday. It is email. Okay, and put your email over here. So this sets your global name and email. Okay, after this we had the status command, which tells us the status, right? Tells the status of tracking. Yesterday we did this, and then we used git log a lot of time, which gave me git log, and there was a variation to this called git log --19. You guys clear with this much from yesterday? You guys must have tried it out, worked on your system. Cool. So we have kind of started tracking and kind of understood how things work. So let's go back to our system and let me share the screen of Visual Studio Code. Sridhar, it is user.email. Yeah. I think they might have changed it, but it is mostly user.email to set it. You can use both. Okay, Ashish, that we will handle today. Cool. All right. तो अगर मेरे को status check करना है, मैंने integrated system खोला अपना. इतना does black screen scare you guys? Like this kind of coding and stuff? मेरे को काफी करता है. Love it. Okay. मेरे को हमेशा लगता है बहुत बोरिंग काम होता है ये ऐसा ब्लैक स्क्रीन में काम करना. फ्रंट एंड, क्योंकि बैक एंड पे जब हम लोग काम करते हैं ना, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम इट इज ओनली ऑन द एडिटर्स एंड स्टफ बिकॉज वी आर नॉट विजुअली सीइंग थिंग्स. But when it is in the front end aspect, we see a lot of changes happening immediately, which you will experience in coming time. So I'm not discouraging anyone. I'm just saying what it is like. But I love to do backend because it is more on a logical terms and more on a problem solving skills. All right, coming back. So I'm going to check the status कि क्या tracking चल रहा है मेरे इस git folder के अंदर, and I have something on the staging. I did not change this, right? So let me show you one thing. Let me remove this. Even if there are some files in the staging area, I will remove all this view, this and this. I'll just go ahead and delete them. So this is also a change, right? So Git will track this as well. They track the deletion part as well. So if I say git status now, it says uh, there are some files hanging in the staging zone, but there are some things which are also in the non-staging zone. Can you understand this difference? That how Git is tracking? It is able to track both of them. That there are something which is in the staging zone, not committed yet, and there are some things in the unstaged zone, which is basically the deletion part. Yeah, so this red and green comes. Red comes when you are trying to add something, when it is not in the staging zone, and green comes when it is in the staging zone. Okay, so at the moment there are both things. What I'll do is I'll add this deleted aspect also to my staging zone. Okay, git add dot. So yes, we will do that. So now what has happened? Let's check the status. I have added this, and let's check the status. What does it say? You see, it says nothing to commit, working tree clean. So अब क्या किया है मैंने, जो भी staged था उसको ही delete कर दिया. तो Git is smart enough to understand, okay, these were the changes that was happening initially, but then the same files were deleted. So it says, okay, there is nothing to commit because you haven't committed anything. It was still in the staging zone. So are you guys getting an idea? Are you able to visualize the flow? Right? Cool. So I'll clear this out. Clear this out. Now ये मेरा git log देख लेता हूँ कि कहाँ तक हमने किया. And I said one line, which I do not want all the details. I do not want all the details. I just saw, okay, right? Okay. Unstable internet. I think you might be facing a lag in my voice. Yeah, it's behaving weird. Okay. All right. So I will do this again. I'll do this again. So अभी मैंने क्या किया? I'll just go ahead, add something. Index, or I'll say homepage.html. So there is something that I have added. Is it inside Git? No, it is not inside Git. I have to put it inside Git folder. Otherwise, it will not track. So I have created a new folder and it has started tracking. Cool. Now, those who have asked for it, just see this. Okay, what I was doing. Now there must be something that is being tracked. Okay. Get status, and it says something is tracked. Now I will move it to the staging zone homepage. Okay, what is the name? Homepage.html. I should have used dot, but I am just showing you that I have added something. All right, so now what is going to happen is I have added this. Now this has moved to the staging zone, but I have not committed yet. I have not committed yet. And what I do is I go ahead and delete this, and I delete this. Okay. Now let me clear it out. I'll show you git status. So there was one tracking system. It says, okay, it is in the staging zone. We have homepage, which is still not committed, but it is in the staging zone. But then I deleted it. So if I add the deleted part to this, if I add the deleted voice breaking, Okay, let me check the internet 1 second. I will just go ahead and use another internet. Give me a second. Internet keeps on having trouble most of the time. I'll just change the internet. Apurva, just try to save something and then try to write git status. No, Veer, you cannot commit directly without adding the file. It has to go through this process. Am I audible now properly? So, I have you see the same tracking, the same file I've deleted to understood that okay, deleted your delete files, you don't have, there is nothing to commit. That's why it says working clean. Right? And then only the message coming up. So if you're getting this message, understand.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Your voice is not audible for everyone.
So right now we should be able to understand that okay, there must be nothing that is able to track. So when you are having that problem, or if you see this message, you should automatically understand that nothing is getting tracked. All right, so we have talked about this. Give me a second, I'll just start the recording for you on YouTube so that you guys can see it as soon as possible, because that is something that we need to start. आप लोग को कितने सुबह मिलता है ना 12 बजे के आसपास यू गेट दिस रिकॉर्डिंग्स फिर भी टाइम रहता है आप लोग के पास बट सो व्हाट हैपेंस 3 टुडे 3 बजे मिला आई डोंट थिंक सो आज 12 बजे मेरे को नोटिफिकेशन आया था मतलब एक लिंक भेजा था स्लैक पे काफी सुबह 3 बजे का था क्या ओके लिंक पहले आ गया था या दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग लिंक पहले आ गया था एनीवे ओके कूल सो वी विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट अभी हमने बहुत ज़्यादा डिटेल वाली चीज़ें नहीं की हैं ये हम लोग थ्रू द कोर्स हम लोग करते रहेंगे तो ये प्रैक्टिस आपकी होती रहेगी चलो तो हम लोग नेक्स्ट स्टेप पे चलते हैं एंड लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड कि और क्या चीज़ें होती हैं इसमें गिट में कैसे यूज़ करते हैं तो अभी हमने देख लिया कि इतनी सारी चीज़ें हमने ट्रैक कर ली क्लियर इट आउट गिट लॉग अगर देख ले हम लोग आई कैन हैव इन वन लाइन so there are so many things that we have already done now what I want to do is I want to go back and see that what commit. So this brings me to the second aspect. Oh, my internet is getting troubling me today a lot. I don't know why. Sorry guys for the disturbance. 1 second. I'll just restart. I'll just restart my router and come back. Okay. दिवाली का मूड है तो राउटर को भी काम करने का मन नहीं कर रहा है. बिल्कुल बीएसएनएल नहीं यूज कर रहे हम लोग. तो ठीक है, आवाज आ रही है? ब्रेक करेगी तो बताना. तो अब हम लोग व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इज वी आर गोइंग टू understand how to go back and check out the commits, like what kind of work have I done, what was the thing that I have written in the first commit or something like that. So there are three commands that I'm going to introduce to you right now, and these commands are going to be, there will be some importance that I'm going. Saturday is a busy day, guys. Okay, let's continue. So I am going to go back to my commits. Now I'm going to introduce you with the checkout commit. Checkout. Then I will have reset. Okay, these are the two things we are going to have as a commit. New commands that I'm going to introduce you. Now, when I'm talking about checkout and reset, what this helps me to do is point of time in the commit history that I have. Okay. So let me use the commit message. Let's check the log. Now, if you see the log, we have so many commits, the complete log. Okay. Now, once I want to go back to certain thing, what I will do is I'll just go back and say that I want to go and check my second commit or something. I want to go back to this one. So what I can do is I'll say git checkout, and ये head का position देखना, ये जो head है ना, ये देखना, ये ध्यान से देखना. Okay. So git checkout and the number. See, I have used the git ID, the number. Now I want to go back and see what I have done in the second commit. So I have picked up the number from there. Just copy and paste it over here. So when I do this, it removed all the files from there. Did you guys observe? Yes, no, maybe. No, there were so many files on inside the git folder, right? Now it is just index.html when I entered this command with the ID, and I got a brief message from git saying your head is detached, you are in a detached head state, and you can look around, make experimental changes and commit them, and you can discard any commits you make in this state without impacting any branch. So very technical stuff. but what I'm doing is I am just hovering. So it says head is now at EED6504, the second commit. At this moment. So what I'm doing is I am moving from what my current state is to a previous version of my commit history. Yeah, I'm going to repeat everything, but काफी दिक्कत हो रही है ना गाइस आज। एक काम करते हैं, दो तीन टॉपिक्स कवर कर लेते हैं सो दैट हमें आगे चल के दिक्कत ना हो, और उसके बाद आज ज़्यादा ज़्यादा देर डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है? सो दैट वी हैव द वीडियोस एंड यू कैन वर्क ऑन इट, you can work on it, and in the meanwhile we can discuss it. We cannot just completely go ahead and cancel everything because of this glitch, but let's come back to this. So ये समझ में आ रहा था? What was I saying? What I was saying at this moment, that I am just roaming around in my history. ठीक है? I'm just roaming around in my history. Yeah, Sunil. So this message will come if you do not have any kind of commits. आपने कुछ commit किया नहीं होगा तो वो move नहीं कर पाएगा. कुछ git status करोगे तो कुछ नहीं रहेगा उसमें. एक first commit करना पड़ेगा आपको. Okay? So here I am at this second commit. तो आप देख रहे हो जो second commit में status था मेरे project का या जो भी मैं कर रहा था, that is what you see at the moment. Okay? Now, yeah, I will tell you that in a moment. So now what I want to do is, I have seen that, okay, this was the status at this point of time. Now I want to go back to where I was, which is this one. Okay. So what I say, you see master. I will talk about master in detail, but at the moment you see, I again have to check out the name master. So what I type is git checkout master. Now what happened is, I went back in the history, checked out my code, and saw what was the status at that point of time, which was second commit, and then I came back to master. Now if I go ahead and say git status or git log, one line, one line, I am back again and I can see all the files. So I'll do the whole process again for a different commit message. Cool, so that you guys understand, because बहुत break हुआ था. I hope I'm audible now. तो जल्दी से बता देता हूँ. ठीक है? So let's first of all check our history. So यहाँ तक हमने commit किया है, यहाँ पे हमने इतने सारे changes किए अपने project में, and we have so many files and things have been added to this. Now what I will do is, I want to just go ahead and check how my project looked like when I was on the third commit. Okay, and what all changes have I done in the third commit. Okay, so what I will do is, I will say git checkout command. Okay, git checkout to the number. So this was the number associated. Every time I commit something, it generates me a number, and that is why it is useful, that these numbers will help me to go back in time, right? It's like I'm time traveling to my past, to in a cooler way. If I try to explain it, I'm time traveling to my past. So the third commit one, so I picked up that number. When I press enter, what it does is it takes me back to that point of time, whatever changes have I done. So if I go to head part, you will see that, can you see these tabs? It says deleted from disk, deleted from disk, deleted from disk, right? So what this is saying is, this is saying that it is not there on the disk. So my system has moved to the part when there is nothing like example.js. Okay. So what it is doing right now is it is letting me see what all changes have I done, and it is saying कि आप यहाँ पे जाके आपको अगर कोई चेंजेस करने हैं इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे तो आप कर सकते हो, और उसको एक नया कमिट भी बना सकते हो. उससे आपका रेगुलर कमिट पे कोई चेंजेस नहीं होगा. सो if I go ahead, clear it out and say git log at this point of time, yes, this is a system. Yeah, this is, everything is happening locally. So you see my head is at the third commit. All those commits, it looks like that everything is lost, but no. The trick is we say git checkout master. So when I say master, everything comes back. So you need to understand the flow of git that way. That's why I said you need to understand the flow of it. नहीं तो आप पैनिक कर जाओगे कि अरे सारा चेंजेस चला गया एंड सब डिलीट हो गया. No, get the control of git, and once you have the control of git, you will be able to use it in a much more better way. Yeah, I will define master in a moment. It is a branch basically. So when I come to the branch, I will explain what master is. But अभी के लिए आप इतना समझो कि master वो जगह है जहाँ पे मैं currently हूँ. Okay, the present, and all this is the past. So git log. Now if I see, okay, I'll do the one line stuff. This is way too much for me to see in one screen. So now I'm back to this. Does it make sense? Checkout. Everyone, does it make sense what checkout means? Okay, I will take up the doubts at the end. Cursor part, the head part you are talking on. If there is anything that you want me to repeat from here, I will do that.
Sir, I was talking about like when you gave us the command that git status. So it was showing
Yeah.
that the second commit. So how that came, I actually didn't got that
Understand.
thing.
Okay. Okay, cool. Uttam, what you have to say? Go ahead. Unmute yourself. Uttam has raised his hand. So I said here. Uttam, you have anything to say, or should I explain what Om asked me? Okay, I'll go ahead and ask. So when you said the part that you asked me, I'll just take a log once again. I'll go to, let's say, first commit, very first thing that I was doing. So I just copy it. I copy it, Control C. I say git checkout. I'm checking out myself from the current position to this particular position. Okay. Now I am at that point of time, and you see all the changes have happened in the whole system.
Okay,
And
so
now,
this is a part of that git checkout only.
yeah. So now if I check my log, at this point of time, if I check my log, it is just going to show me where my head is. Okay. But master is something which is the present. Head is like a pointer to where you are at the at your track, history track, या commit stage पे आप कहाँ पर हो. तो
Okay, so
अब मेरे
now
को
if
अगर,
I will try get status, so I will get the first initial commit only.
yes, not status, log. स्टेटस से तुमको स्टेटस पता चलता है, तो वो बोलेगा नथिंग टू कमिट. अगर आपने इसमें कुछ चेंजेस किए तो यहाँ पे चेंजेस होगा. सो लेट्स नॉट डू दैट, विल डू दैट लेटर. बट देन आई जस्ट वांट टू चेक आउट कि क्या क्या चेंजेस किए थे. आई कम बैक, and then now I'm satisfied that okay, this was the thing where I started. Now let's go back to my current status. So to do that, I do checkout master. Okay, so everything
Okay,
appears.
got it, sir. Thank you.
Right? Okay, pretty cool, right? How Git works. हाँ जिमेन, अगर उस समय फाइल में कुछ करोगे तो क्या होगा? इट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन. करके देखा जाए क्या? व्हाट डू यू गाइस से? फाइल में चेंज करके देखा जाए उस समय पीछे जाके. ऑल राइट, लेट्स क्लियर इट आउट. लेट्स गो देयर. I'll say second या third commit पे चलते हैं, and I'll say git checkout this point. All right, I'm at third commit. I'm going to add something, not here, inside git folder, नहीं तो वो track नहीं होगा. style2.css because मेरे पास already style है. All right, now I've added something. I'll say git status, and it says regular thing. I'm going to do all the stuff that I was doing previously. So I'll say git add and git commit -m. It is the message. New style 2.css added. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now I will check the log again. Okay, spelling mistake. So I'm on third commit, and then there is a new commit that has been added over here. Now if I say git checkout master, what does it say? When you are leaving one commit behind, not connected to any of your branch, if you want to keep it by creating a new branch, this may be a good time. Okay? So now if I see git log hyphen one line, confuse मत होना ज़्यादा, ठीक है? तो अब हुआ क्या है कि आपका जो हिस्ट्री है उसमें आपने कुछ चेंज करने की कोशिश करी. You try to change some history aspect, right? It did not get added, but it said that you can create a new branch with that commit. अभी हमने branch के बारे में पढ़ा नहीं है, but it is saying that I am not going to change the history based on the command that you have used. You can play around with that command, you can just work your way around and maybe branch it out from that point. So when I will do branching, this will make more sense. So it is not letting you change your history. It is just kind of a read-only status where you go ahead and play around a bit with the code, see कि चलो ठीक है मेरे को ये इस समय ऐड कर देना चाहिए था. So you come back, add certain features over there, and you say that okay, this was working like this. I will just make a branch out of this. So it is still there. It is still being tracked, but it is not going to change your original history. This is the original history, right? This is the original history. So what is deleted? Yeah, so the commit that I added, where did it go? Yeah, this one will not be visible at the moment. The new style2.css wala jo commit hai, it is not visible over here because it is saying this checkout command will not let you alter the history. But it is giving you an option to make a new branch, and when we will talk about branching, this will make more sense. But what it is saying is branch out कर लो और वहां पे ये वाला ट्रैक करो, बट ओरिजिनल जिस ब्रांच पे जो मास्टर ब्रांच है हमारा जिसको हम लोग मास्टर बोल रहे हैं, दैट आई एम नॉट लेटिंग यू चेंज. ओके, okay, does it make sense to all of you? All right, cool. So I have played around with the checkout command. What I will do is I will clear it out. Let's see, git log hyphen one line. So I am at the position where I was initially. Okay, checkout command मैंने आपको बता दिया, but अब क्या है कि checkout जो होता है it's a very safe command. As you can see, it did not alter the history. ठीक है, तो इसको ये हमने समझ लिया. So I'll just put a dot dot. Reset के पहले मैं revert command बताता हूँ आपको. ठीक है, so this is, it's a safe command. It will not alter the history. Next thing that I'm going to talk about is the get revert part. So let's use revert in the similar fashion. So I'll go ahead and say get revert and pick up any one of them. That's the second commit and paste it over here. So could not revert after resolving the conflict, mark the corrected paths with git add. All right. So let's just check the status because it is trying to tell me that there is something that has been modified. ठीक है, तो अभी हो क्या रहा है, हमने कुछ रिवर्ट करने की कोशिश करी. इट इज स्टिल अ सेफ कमांड, but I'm trying to revert some changes. So if I do git log one line to see what is happening, so it is saying I will not let you revert, but it is in the process of reverting. तो यहाँ पे कुछ conflicts आ गए, right? There are some conflicts over here, which we will talk about in a moment, how to resolve conflicts and stuff. But there is a problem here that it says that I am not able to revert it. So what I will do is get hyphen. ये command पे आप ज़्यादा ध्यान मत देना. I'm just going to revert this immediately. Git add index. ठीक है, I don't want to commit it. Let's clear it out. Git status. तो इसको मैं चाह रहा था ये करना. I'll just do this. हम लोग वापस वहीं चले गए जहाँ पे थे. I will explain it again so that you guys don't confuse. तो अभी तक जो आपने देखा उसको भूल जाओ. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to revert myself to some point of time. So I will go and revert to this point. Let's say added style.css. And I will talk about what revert means. So git revert to this one, not the third one, this one. ठीक है, तो what revert is doing is it is opening a weird looking screen. Okay, so when I am reverting, what I'm saying is I am going a little bit back in time. I want to go back in time around the time when I did not have style.css, right? You see style.css is gone. Can you guys see it from the left hand side? And it has opened this weird looking screen for me. This is the VI editor. A lot of you guys got stuck yesterday on VI editor, right? So it is telling me, I press I and it is going to give me an option to edit this message. Basically, it is telling me that there is a message that is going to get on top of whatever the history is. So let me do this process, WQ, escape and then WQ, so that I'm saving it. Okay, so what do you see? Style.css is gone. You see that? And if I say git log hyphen one line, what do you see? There is a new message that came up on the top, right? Did you guys see it? There is a new message right on top. Ab hua kya? Are you able to understand what happened? What has happened is I went back. I'll tell about that, Sridhar, in a moment. So I went back to this point when I had added style.css, and then I said I'm going back in time. Like I'm just going back and making my code changes to the time when I was just about to add style.css. So what Git has done is it has taken all that changes and removed everything after this and has created a new commit out of it. वो new commit के लिए उसने वो VI editor दिखाया मेरे को, and it said that if you want to modify some message you can, otherwise this is the default message that Git is providing me. So it has added a new commit on top of it with the deleted version or whatever changes have happened after this point. So it has reverted till this point. So 1105D82 wala and A07362A wala. Okay? So it has removed, but I see that these changes are still there. It has not removed the complete history, right? So when you will when you will revert, you can do that -n while reverting. Anyway, it will take you to that screen that we saw right now. Okay. Do you understand what happened over here? What if we revert for revert? Yeah, I will repeat it again. So अब क्या करते हैं, 2-3 commit message और कर देते हैं and then I will revert back to some point. All right. So what I will do is I will just add another JS file. Let's say, Nitin, you want to say something? Sample.js. Okay, I have added this file. I'll just say console.log. Thankfully, internet कुछ problem नहीं कर रहा अभी. Otherwise, I thought that. Abhishek, you have to say something? Okay. No.
Yes, sir. What's the difference between checkpoint and this revert, sir?
Checkpoint नहीं, checkout.
Yes, sir. Checkout and revert difference.
बताता हूँ. पहले ये कर लेते हैं, then I will talk about that. So now I am saving this file, and what I will do is git status, just the regular stuff, git add, clear it out, git commit, -m is for message, added sample.js. Okay, so I have a new log entry again. So ये नया log आ गया. अब let's say I want to revert back to the initial commit. मेरे को क्या करना है? What I want to, I'm not satisfied with all the changes that has happened over the time, but I also don't want to lose these changes. So what I will do is I'll say, okay, I will let it happen. I will let it stay in the Git history. This is the Git history that you're seeing. This is the history log, right? I'll let it remain in the history, but I would start afresh. I will start writing the code all over again. So I will say git revert, and I want to go back to the first one. I'll say, okay, I want to go to the initial commit when nothing was there. But यहाँ पे problem क्या आ रहा है ना? अच्छा, ये मेरे को नहीं करना चाहिए था क्योंकि यहाँ पे हमने सेम फाइल पे चेंजेस किए. ये कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे आप लोग. So I will not do this. I'll do this in a fresh track. Git revert. I'm just going back to the same status again. Okay, so अभी मेरा जो log है, that is one line पे जाएंगे. I just want to go back to the revert message, और यहाँ पे चलते हैं. ठीक है, यहाँ तक चलते हैं क्योंकि यहाँ पे ये problem नहीं आएगा जो अभी आ रहा है. And I will also explain that. So I'll say git revert to the point. I want to make everything disappear till this point. And I'll say, okay. So it has reverted to the point where there was only index.html and sample.js. So only this thing is going to be there because वो revert message पे क्या था, हमने उस point तक revert किया हुआ था जहाँ पे सिर्फ index.html था. अब हमारा sample.js रहेगा क्योंकि वो top commit है. तो इसको हमको edit भी कर सकते हैं और what we can do is we can just leave it like this because this makes sense to me कि okay I am reverting it to the point where I had this message. Okay, so to exit this screen, what I type is I press escape and then I type :WNQ. So :WNQ means save and exit. So I press enter. It has reverted back to a point where I had certain files. So if you see, it is again adding another commit on top of it. Okay, but it has not removed my history. All right, आप एक बार practice करोगे, if you will get your hands dirty, then it will make more sense to you. But at this point of time, I'm pretty sure that my history is not lost. So if I go back and say git checkout, I just want to check out and say this one. I go back and say, so I am over here, style.css आ गया जो कि मेरे पास नहीं था अभी के लिए, ठीक है? So yes, so even if we revert back, we are not losing any kind of commits. So मैंने check किया that okay, there are things that are already existing. So that's why I said this is a kind of a safe message again. All right, सबको clear हुआ? How to go back to the current status? All right, how to go back to the current status? You guys tell me. अभी मेरा head कहीं और है. How to go back to the current status? Get checkout master, correct. Okay, now I am back to where I was. Clear. So if I say git log, so there are so many commits, that means the files are not lost, but we are still here. Pretty cool, right? So to give you an idea what head and master is like a current timeline. Think of it as a current timeline. So master is going to be my current timeline, and in that timeline, I am moving forward or backward. Okay, when I'm committing something, I am moving forward in master. If I am checking out or reverting, we are going back in time. Like, so which time or which point I am in, that is pointed by head. Head हमें बताता है कि कहाँ पर हो सकता है हम पिछले commit पे चले गए, तो उस समय आपने देखा होगा master लिख के नहीं आता है, right? So the difference between checkout and revert is checkout pe it was not letting me commit something, or it was not letting me make those changes. It was a playground or a testing area, and it was suggesting me कि आप एक कुछ नया branch बना लो, कुछ ऐसा सा message दे रहा था कि please make a new branch, otherwise I am not going to let you save in the history. But in the revert part, it is letting you create a new commit on top of the previous commits with the reverted changes, right? So checkout might be used. Let me show you, tell you an example that after a point of time, you want to keep the existing development going, but you also want to try a different method for the same thing. So you go back in time and say, okay, I will check out till this point and I'll take a new branch and start developing there. Okay, so checkout can be used for that. In revert, what you are doing is, जो आपका plan चल रहा है, उसी में आपको पक्का पता है कि मेरे को change करना है, but I might go back to the previous work that I have done. So I don't want to delete the history. Okay, so it is still a safe command. it is still a safe command. Sridhar, I have already sent the cheat sheet. Slack. Okay, cool. So now what we will do is we will talk about a dangerous command. Okay, and this command I would highly recommend to use if you are very sure about things. Yes, the reset command. Reset नाम से ही पता चल रहा होगा कि क्या करता होगा. वो हिस्ट्री हटा ही देता है, पूरी हिस्ट्री हटा देता है. जितना अभी हमारे पास हिस्ट्री एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ, it removes that history as well. Okay, all right, so let's clear it out and work with his reset. करें थोड़ा reset फिर. तो पहले देख लेते हैं क्या क्या है हमारे पास. git log -- one line, and I will take this git reset. Now कहाँ पे reset करना है आपको ये समझ में आ गया होगा कि that we have to pick out the message. I'll have to pick out the message. Okay, so let's say I want to reset to second commit. जितने changes किए मेरे को नहीं पसंद है, and I want to go back in time and start fresh from this point of time. So I'll just use this. Okay, and when I press enter, I like the enthusiasm in you guys. That delete होगा क्या नहीं होगा पता नहीं, समझ नहीं आ रहा. Okay, so what it has done here is it has given me an option. It says things are in the unstaged zone. So get status अगर मैं करूँगा तो उसने आपको अभी भी एक मौका दिया है. Git has given you a option to say that I know you are trying to reset something, but what is happening is if you are not sure, you can still add it back and make a new commit and do it. Okay, so it's like it is telling you, are you sure you want to do it? Pakka, there are things in the unstaged zone and the untracked zone. You see, sample.js has gone in the untracked zone, and your index.html has gone back to the modified zone because I might have modified it at this point of time. Right? Okay. Pushed वाला कीर्ति we will talk अभी बाद में, वो आगे का स्टेज है. तो अब यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं कि ऐसा कुछ हो गया है. तो it is saying कि अगर आप श्योर हो तो ठीक है, नहीं तो आप इसको वापस ऐड बैक कर लो. तो मैं थोड़ा सा फिर आई एम ट्राइंग टू recollect and say okay, I will add everything. So I go back and say git add dot, clear it out, git status, and I make a new commit saying chickened out. Not a good message, but yeah, chickened out while resetting. Okay, all right, so let's check the log and let's see the changes. What do you see? So what has done is it has removed all the previous history, but still it gave me a chance to redeem myself. It just gave me a chance to redeem myself, saying that if you want to add these back, you can do that, and maybe you can create a whole new commit message out of it. Are you guys getting it? Yes, Dimple. No, अब लेकिन मेरे जो पुराने गेट कमांड्स थे वो सारे चले गए. That has been lost. अब मैं वो जाके देख ही नहीं सकता हूँ, right? So when you are doing this, be very sure that you really want to do this. Previous commits chale gaye, you can't see them. Previous commit, you are talking about the commits after second commit, right? Third commit, fourth commit, fifth commit. Yeah, that is all gone. It's kind of a factory reset. So what you have done is you have changed the timeline of yours and you are starting a new timeline. So you have gone back in time and then you're trying to start your work again. गेट चेकआउट मास्टर कहाँ से करोगे? वो नहीं करेगा, आपका हेड और मास्टर सेम जगह आ गया, देख रहे हो? ये पॉइंटर हमेशा टॉप पे रहता है। व्हाट्स दैट चांस वाइल रीसेटिंग? ठीक है, तो एक काम करते हैं, 2-3 कमिट और कर लेते हैं, फिर से करें गेट रीसेट। शुड वी डू इट अगेन? आप लोग ऐसा लग रहा है पिक्चर देख रहे हो। ठीक है, तो style.css कुछ चेंज कर लेते हैं हम लोग। CSS और HTML we will do it again in a proper way, but let's save this. Font family कुछ भी कर देते हैं इसको, random changes, ये tabs close कर देते हैं, these are deleted permanently. No, I don't want to save it. There is still chances to save the files that you have done, क्योंकि तुम्हारा editor अभी close नहीं करता वो files को, it just says that it has been removed. So if you don't want it, just close it out without saving, or if you save it, then again it will start tracking those files. Okay, and index.html में इसको भी हटा देते हैं, ठीक है। फिर please compare your version with the one on the disk. Cool. I'll just save it. Don't save it. So I just opened it. Okay, cool. So at this point, I'll just say git status. कुछ नया add किया है. Clear it out. Git add git commit. It's like I'm starting fresh, right? So I'll say added style.css. Right? Let's check out my log files. All right, this looks good. Let's add one more file over here so that थोड़ा reset करने में मजा आए. Let's say, what should I do? I should add example.js again and some small message. हम लोग अभी कोडिंग की बात नहीं कर रहे, हम लोग we are just trying to get a hands on Git. ठीक है? So let's check the status quickly, add it and commit it. Actually ये अब कर्सर दबाओगे ना तो previous messages आ जाते हैं टर्मिनल में. It's like a quick way around if you guys want to speed up your process. All right, so this says example.js added. All right, cool. So let's clear this out. Yes, up button. And see my log, example added. Okay. Now what I'll do is git reset, but this time it is not going to give me an option. Git reset, उसके लिए मेरे को commit IDs चाहिए होंगे. So I'll just say git one line and I'll say git reset, and where should I go? I will go to the second commit. Okay. So now I will add a flag. I will add a flag called hard. Not here. Git reset. अच्छा पहले मैं आप लोग को वो second chance दिखा देता हूँ. तो when I press enter, what it has done is, it has, do you see all this has moved to a certain zone? So it says unstaged changes after reset and a modified change in index. So if I say git status, it is going to say these are the things that has happened. So maybe I want to discard them, or maybe I just want to save them. So it's like a second chance it is giving me before removing everything, right? History is removed kar raha hai. It is telling you that if you want to keep these files, I have already removed the history, but if you want to keep these files, maybe just create a new commit. So I'll say, okay, I'll go ahead, add similarly and git commit, -m again backed off. All right, so if I say log now, you will see only 3 commits, right? Off की spelling गलत हो गई. So there was a second chance to save my files. So इसलिए ये files नहीं गई, but वो history चली गई. ठीक है? यहाँ तक तो समझ में आ गया होगा? Any doubts here? All right. अब मैं एक कमांड के बारे में बताता हूँ, git reset hard और soft. ठीक है? If we deleted committed files from our local disk, then is it possible to get it back from Git? अगर आपने ट्रैक नहीं किया ऋषभ, so Git is going to track your changes. It is not going to track your local system. Okay. So what you are saying is, if you go ahead and delete it from your local system, so what you are doing is you are making a change. So Git is going to track that change. Now, if you commit it, that changes, that deleted part. If you are going to commit that changes, that delete part, then obviously you are not going, you won't be able to get it back until unless you move back in time or reset it or revert it. ठीक है? अगर आपने फर्स्ट कमिट में ही चेंज करके डिलीट कर दिया तो चला जाएगा. ठीक है? ये जितने भी आपके क्वेश्चंस है ना, ये सारी चीजें आपको ट्राई करना, क्योंकि अब आपको तो मिल गया है ना. अब नाउ यू नो हाउ टू डील विद दिस कमांड्स एंड हाउ टू प्ले अराउंड विद दिस. सो ये सारी चीजें ट्राई करना है, लुक फॉर इट. ओके. So what I was saying is, let's just quickly make some changes. Index mein I'll add something. And I'll commit it. Git commit -m. Modified index.html. Yes, correct, Sanket. That's the right statement. All right, so git log -hyphen one line. Give me a space. Okay, तो अब क्या हुआ, हमारे पास एक नया कमिट आ गया. 1 second, हम लोग सही जा रहे हैं ना? ऑलराइट, अब मेरे को क्या करना है, गिट रीसेट करना है. -hard एक कुछ नया इंट्रोड्यूस किया है मैंने, और मैं फर्स्ट कमिट पे जाना चाहता हूँ. नाउ दिस थिंग that we are going to add right now, this reset -hard with the number that you see, what it is going to do is, did it give me a chance? No. Did you see the file getting lost? Yes. Did it remove the history? Yes. So if I do git log -one line, where am I? There's only one commit in my history left. Right? Preet has to ask something. Preet, do you want to ask something? Go ahead. और गलती से हाथ उठाया तो फिर लोअर कर दो. ओके, समझ में आया? git reset -hard जब डाला मैंने यहाँ पे. Are you saying something? I'm unable to hear.
Sir, how to get back?
प्रीत, तुम्हारी आवाज टूट रही है बहुत, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है. हेलो
Hello.
हेलो, या टेल मी.
Sir, get our deleted file.
क्या क्या
In
डिलीट?
Delete
How to
मेरी
what?
फाइल्स हो गई है, तो मुझे वापस कैसे लेने की?
तो वही मैं बोल रहा था, जैसे आपने डिलीट कर दिया उसको, तो वो गेट ट्रैक कर लेगा. ठीक है, आपने कमिट कर दिया, डिलीट करके कमिट कर दिया, बट अब आपको लग रहा है कि मेरे को वो फाइल चाहिए थी, तो उसके पहले वाले कमिट पे आप जा सकते हो अब, राइट? रिवर्ट कर सकते हो, गेट रिवर्ट टू द प्रीवियस कमिट, तो वो फाइल वापस रीअपियर हो जाएगी।
ओके
ठीक है,
ओके
ट्राई करना है, प्ले प्ले अराउंड विद दिस। ठीक है, आर यू गाइस
ओके सर
ओके? कूल। तो आपको ये समझ में आया
ओके
एवरीवन? git reset, git revert and git checkout.
यस
ओके, म्यूट कर सकते हो अपने आप को। git reset hyphen hyphen hard target reference. Target reference is nothing but the commit ID. So that's why I said git reset is kind of a dangerous command. What it does is it removes the history, and you will not be able to go back in time and check that whether this particular thing is working, or if I want to see and see what I have done at that point of time, you won't be able to do it. So if you're pretty sure, go ahead and use reset. Now, कोई अनम्यूट है क्या? नहीं, I think my internet is breaking again. I see a I see a notification on my screen saying connection unstable. Anam has a question. Will we see any change if we change some file content, commit it, and then revert it back to the point before editing the file? Yes, obviously. Whole tracking system means that. अभी मैं आपको सिर्फ फाइल के टर्म्स में बता रहा हूँ, अगर इसके अंदर मैंने जो लिखा हुआ था वो भी तो चेंज ही होगा. It is not like it is just going to change the file, the content also. And if you remember, I told you do not worry about the message that you're seeing conflict or unable to revert. That was happening because there was some very important aspect in Git which lets you resolve those kind of problems, which we will talk in time. So the content is also going to change. Yes, Ravindra. So soft, जब मैं git reset with the ID, when I do it without using the hard command, the default is soft only. It gives me a chance to commit those changes or make a new commit message at that point of time. So you can also think of it in a way कि let's say आपने बहुत सारे commits कर दिए, ठीक है? Let's say 10 commit कर दिए, but what you want to do is maybe you want to go back and have it on a single commit. So you go back to, like, let's say 1 or 2 commits back or 3 commits back, and then say I'm going to reset it, and then at that point of time reset soft, and at that point of time you make a new commit, so all those changes will still be there and it will come under single commit. Okay, does that make sense, Ravindra? Okay, Sridhar, you want to say something?
Sir, like when you do the checkout command, is it used to only switch between the branches or to specified commit ID?
I will use checkout more. Checkout is mostly used for branches, but it's like checking out. I'm checking out from one point to another point. It's just it's a non non harmful command, because what it does is it helps you move around. Basically, whatever you are seeing as head, you are able to move that head using checkout command. So it's like I want to go back in time and see what I have done at that point of time, but I can't
So
change it if I, yeah.
So head is basically like a pointer to the current
Correct.
commit kind of thing.
Correct.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Correct,
what's the
correct.
difference between checkout and revert then? Why can't we use checkout instead of revert?
In checkout, did it let me commit with the new changes? No, right? I tried committing,
Yeah, yeah, it
going back
didn't.
in time,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, okay,
But
okay. Yes, sir.
in revert, what happens is I go back in time, I revert all the changes till that point of time, and I can make a commit on top of it, but I do not lose my previous commit as well. Sorry for that. I do not lose previous commit as well. So that is an advantage of revert and checkout. That's why I said it is not that harmful. But reset तो पूरा history उड़ा देता है.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Avnish, you have to say something? Okay. कुछ बोल रहे हो अवनीश? नहीं, गलती से हो गया.
No sir, no sir.
Okay. ठीक है, ये समझ में आया? जल्दी से ब्रांचिंग कर ले और फिर डाउट चालू कर देंगे. All right. So this will require whiteboard. Okay. अब आपको मैं बताता हूँ होता क्या है काम इसमें. तो जो मैं मास्टर या जो गिट बार बार मास्टर का नाम देता है, master is nothing but a timeline, as I said. Okay, so when it starts tracking in a very linear form, in a very linear manner. And when I commit it is making some small checkpoints. So let's say I am committing at this point of time. Let's say I have made some changes, commit 1, then I have made some changes, commit 2, then I have made some changes, commit 3. Okay, so this is, let me name it, commit 1. Copy this. This is commit 2. And this is commit 3. Okay, so this is a master branch and this is how you are moving. So अब you are able to visualize what those reset and revert command would be doing. They would be like coming back and forth on this commit, on this timeline. So this is the master branch. Now master branch is considered to be the branch which should have the working code all the time. Okay, so in companies what happened is the proper product that company is deploying, or whatever you see on internet, or whatever product they have created, that is always on the master branch. It should be error free. There should be no error whatsoever on the master branch. So when you are trying to develop something new, what we do is we branch out from the main branch. Okay, so what I mean by branching out is it is exactly the same environment, but then this gives me the freedom to do anything without affecting the changes in master. Okay, so when I branch out from a particular from my master branch, I am actually making a branch, and it will give me exactly the same thing whatever has been done in master, but then I can start adding to it. Okay, I can have my own commits over here. I can start adding my commits over here. And after some point, after testing and doing all the changes that is supposed to happen, okay, 1 second, I'll just extend the master line. So after all the testing and stuff has happened, what you can do is you can merge it back with a single commit with all your changes, and master branch will have that all the changes that you have done in it, making sure that whatever you do is not creating an error. And that can be done because why? Because I am branching from the existing master branch, और उसी में हम changes कर रहे हैं, and I'm doing everything right. And this also helps us to collaborate. So I can make any number of branch from here, not this. I can make any number of branches from here, like 10 branches, 12 branches, 13 branches. But let's not complicate, because अगर ज़्यादा branches बनाएंगे तो you'll have to remember what things are happening. Okay, so there is a second developer who is working. There is one developer who is working on the near branch, and the top वाले branch में कोई और दूसरा developer काम कर रहा है. तो मैं scenarios create करते हैं कि इस developer ने अपना feature काम किया, and he's done with that. Okay, not this. और उसने यहाँ पे commit कर दिया. तो यहाँ पे एक scenario आ रहा है. Just check out the scenario. दोनों ने सेम मास्टर ब्रांच से विदाउट हैविंग एनी मोर कमिट्स, कमिट 3 के बाद किसी ने कुछ चेंजेस नहीं किए मास्टर में, बट दोनों ने सेम टाइम पे एक्सट्रैक्ट किया एक नया ब्रांच एंड दे स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन देयर इंडिविजुअल फीचर्स, राइट? नाउ what is going to happen is we are able to see this. He has done some change, he has committed, and in this what we are seeing is it has done 2 commits and combine करके वो एक और commit कर रहा है. तो यहाँ पे एक problem आ सकती है, right? When I'm trying to commit, this particular developer is trying to commit to master branch, यहाँ इसके बाद master में एक नया change आ गया. Are you guys following? यहाँ पे there is a new commit, so I'll just write commit by commit dev2, let's say dev1, let's say उसका नाम dev1 है. तो यहाँ पे एक नया commit आ गया, but ये वाला commit इस dev2 के पास नहीं है. So when he tries to merge this branch, this is called the process of merging, he will have this problem that okay, master branch is going to tell you that there are few changes that you do not have now, which has happened over the time and you were not using that branch. So what we will have to do is we'll have to align ये वाला नीचे वाला branch भी with the new commit as well, and then only we can do this merging. ठीक है? तो ये structure दिमाग में याद रखना. I'll just save this and share it. ठीक है? I'll share this with you on Slack. अब इसको हम लोग कमांड के थ्रू रेप्लिकेट करते हैं. Shall we? आज लोग भाग रहे बहुत तेजी से, 100 हो गए. 160 से 100, not a good response. Anyway, so let's go back, clear it out. Now I have this master branch, इसमें मेरा एक commit है, get status, nothing to commit. I am on master branch. तो अब ये समझ में आ रहा है क्या बोलना चाह रहा है ये? On branch master. Now you will be able to understand what it is trying to say, right? Now what we will do is we will check the commit क्या क्या है and then I'll create only one branch. So बढ़िया है, initial commit है, एकदम fresh है, कुछ changes नहीं है. So as a developer, I want to branch out from here. Okay. So to branch out from from your master branch, and remember what code I'm going to tell you is going to help you branch out from one point to another, but just make sure from where you are branching, and I'll tell you what I mean. So first of all, हम लोग master से branch out कर रहे हैं. So I'm saying git checkout -b. -b, what it does is it creates a branch, or let's say I'll not use this. पहले मैं एक simple git branch is the command. Git branch, I'll say feature1 or dev1. Let's say dev1. What has happened is it has created a branch. Now I want to check what all branches I have. So I use git branch, just the git branch, and it will list out the branches. Can you guys see the branches? Dev1 branch and master branch, right? Everyone? Okay. Now what I want, but I'm not on dev1 branch because this marker tells me on which branch I am. So I want to go to master branch. So I will use git checkout dev1. So what this does is it checks me out from here to dev1 branch. So it says switched to dev1. Now, if I say git branch, you see I am on dev1 branch. So this is how you navigate between branches. Okay. Now I want to go back to master. So I will say git checkout master. ठीक है? तो अब मैं master branch पे आ गया. Understanding how to navigate from one branch to another? Cool. So as I said, I am going to branch out from master only. So whenever you are creating this branch command, make sure that you are on master branch, क्योंकि अगर आप किसी और ब्रांच पे ये ब्रांच क्रिएट करोगे तो उस पर्टिकुलर ब्रांच से एक नई ब्रांच बन जाएगी। करंट हेड पे it is going to show you at current head. ठीक है? Okay. So now I'm going to create another branch. Get branch, and or instead of writing git branch and then moving to checkout, I will use the shortcut called get checkout -b and the name of the branch dev2. तो मैं master branch से ही हूँ, I am branching out from master only, and I'm saying get checkout -b dev2. So what it will do is it will create a branch as well as take me to the dev2 as well. So you see it says switch to new branch dev2. Now if I say get branch to list out what all branches I have, you see I am on dev2 and there are 2 more branches. So if I want to go to dev1, what should I do? I'll say get checkout dev1. So I have moved to dev1. Okay, तो जो मैं बोल रहा था, I hope this makes sense to all of you. Right? Cool. -b means creating a new branch. It's like a flag only, a shortcut to create and check out to the new branch. Okay, so हमारे master में कोई changes नहीं है. What I'll do is I'll make a change over here. I'll just add let's say example.css. Okay, so now I have created this. Let's just create something, font again, something. I've saved it. Now I can do the regular get add, क्योंकि मेरे को पता है क्या क्या changes कर रहे हैं, and get commit -m added style or example.css. Okay, all right, so I have been added there. Now if I want to check git status on branch dev1, there is nothing to commit, clear it out. I will check the git log -1 line. What do you see? What do you see? This is telling me that आपका master branch और जो dev2 branch है वो यहाँ पर है, इस point of time पर है, but जो head है dev1 का वो एक आगे move हो चुका है. ठीक है, तो मैंने commit कर दिया and everything is done. I will check out to master now. तो left side में देखना example.css को, git checkout master. What do you see? That example.css is gone, right? It's been deleted. Right? But it is not deleted. It is actually telling me, so if I check the branch, git branch, not here. So if I check here, I am on master branch. Now if I navigate to dev1, और कहाँ पे change किया था हमने? dev1 में किया था ना? हाँ. Git checkout dev1. You see example.css is back again. Right? So it's like वो separately चालू हो गया है अपना काम करना. Right? Oh, that is lost. Can you guys see the, one second, whiteboard? हाँ, तो ये जो पार्ट है dev1 वाला, या सॉरी यहाँ पे ये कमिट हो चुका है, बट वो मास्टर में नहीं है, इसलिए वो चेंजेस नहीं दिख रहे थे. Does it make sense? All right, I think it is a good point that we stop. आज GitHub नहीं कर पाए, काफी disturbances रही. So it's good also कि वीकेंड पे आप लोग को टाइम मिलेगा गेट के साथ खेलना. फिर नेक्स्ट वीक हम लोग HTML एंड CSS अच्छे से करेंगे एंड वी विल स्टार्ट ऑफ विद JS. ऑलराइट, टाइम टू shoot doubts. काफी लोग भाग चुके हैं, so I would not want to continue further. हाँ, कल क्लास हो गई यार, अभी तो स्टार्ट ही किया है हमने. We will keep it short. We will not go a lot in details. इसलिए मैंने बोला HTML, CSS और JS मंडे से स्टार्ट करेंगे. बट आज के लिए इतना ही रखते हैं. मजा आ रहा है? ओके रोहित, अच्छा है. All right. Yeah, Sridhar, tell me. Happy Dhanteras,
So
guys.
can you please tell after that commit dev1, like because there are two branches and you've drawn that dotted line. Can you just repeat that again?
I'll go back to the screen and tell me what you're asking.
No, the
Okay, what-
whiteboard itself.
Okay.
Like when you were explaining, I just want to understand that concept a bit. Like since there are two branches
Yeah.
and you've made the top branch to be dev1, right? And you've committed
Yeah.
before the second branch. So the dotted line you had told something like, can you just repeat that again?
So this is the
No, not
commit
that.
that I have.
Not that.
This
On
one?
the commit on the master branch from dev1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the concept of merging. We will talk about this tomorrow. I haven't done the merging part. So what I was trying to explain was that all these changes cannot run in parallel. The thing is, you want to merge these changes with the original master branch, right? Right? So if you want to do that, there will be a new commit that will coming into picture on the master branch. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि ये कॉपी पेस्ट करके मेरे को मास्टर में जाके सब चीजें करनी पड़ेंगी. So this is a concept of merging, which we will talk again. ठीक है?
Sure, sir.
All
Sure.
right. ठीक है? So it's just like I am creating a new commit only on master branch, but first of all, I am trying it on a separate branch which is similar to master, but it is not master. Okay, and then I further work on that. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just try it out, whatever your doubts are, और फिर कल हम लोग इस पे और काम करेंगे. या नितिन शेट्टी, go ahead. Nitin also दो Nitin है. Patel and Shetty. Okay, we will ask Nitin Patel first. He says if we only want third commit and if we use reset third commit version and how to remove both unwanted initial. You can't do that, Nitin. So you are saying कि third commit पे रहना है और उसके पहले के दो हटा देने और उसके ऊपर के दो हटा देने. Right? That is what you are trying to say. That is not possible. You cannot like finger pick एक बीच से हटाने का. Nitin Shetty. Yeah, go ahead. What's your doubt? Okay, Sanket, I will show you my terminal. Give me a second. Yeah, go ahead. Very interesting topic. Some kind of password are there inside the Git. So that comes when we are trying to set up the GitHub, Nitin. Okay. It's like when you're trying to set it up with the GitHub. So right now we are working locally. अभी हमने इसको GitHub से connect नहीं किया. तो जब हम GitHub से connect करने जाएंगे ना, you will have to set up an account. You will have to create an account and you will have to connect that account with this particular Git local Git. And when you do that, that will ask for password. Yeah. So Zad, we will continue with the branching, merging, conflicts, and GitHub collaboration. GitHub. कल खत्म कर देंगे. दीक्षा और अंशुमन को मजा तो आ ही रहा होगा, बट समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, राइट? प्रैक्टिस करो, गेट योर हैंड्स ऑन दिस. ये बस कमांड्स की बात है, फ्लो आपको समझ में आना चाहिए. सर फ्रॉम ओके, GS has asked me how to create a project directory using Git. What do you mean by that? How to create a project directory? Okay, Dimple, no problem if you have already created an account. You can simply connect it with Git. जब तक जीएस मेरे को अपना डाउट क्लियर कर रहा है तब तक मैं ध्रुव को बता देता हूँ. फ्रॉम branch can we check out to commit to. I don't understand, sir. Branch can we check out to commit to? You mean dev to or commit to? Yeah. Those who are don't have any doubt, you guys can leave. And happy Dhanteras and have a nice day. I will see you almost night. Take rest and I'll see you tomorrow. Whoever is going. Whiteboard में. Okay. Whiteboard में क्या चाहिए?
सर कल भी गेट पढ़ाने वाले हो आप?
हाँ, आप कौन बोल रहे हैं? जैद. हाँ, कल भी गेट पढ़ा रहे हैं. आपका क्लियर है क्या गेट?
नहीं सर, फॉलो कर रहे हैं सर.
हाँ, नहीं कल भी गेट होगा.
ओके सर.
Yes, you can do everything from Git using a button, but आपको terminal knowledge होना ज़रूरी है, and that's why I make sure that you should understand, क्योंकि आजकल Git ने बहुत आसान कर दिया. There is a GUI, आप button use करोगे commit हो जाएगा. Actually आपका VS Code भी आपको बहुत help करता है इसमें.
हेलो
हाँ रविंद्र बोलो.
हेलो
हाँ बोलो.
send me your all
क्या?
can you send me all command
ये सारे कमांड उस चीट शीट में था जो मैंने कल शेयर किया था. मैं आप लोग के साथ फिर शेयर कर दूंगा. स्लैक पे मैंने शेयर किया था और मैं क्लासरूम में भी शेयर कर दूंगा. ओके.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
So I was just thinking about just somebody asked that can we do like keep the third commit and remove the commits after that and before that. I was
Sorry,
just
come again. फिर से समझाना, मैं समझा नहीं.
सर अभी किसने मतलब एक सिले टाइप का क्वेश्चन था कि थर्ड कमिट को अगर हम सिर्फ रखना चाहें उसके पहले कमिट्स भी रिमूव करने हैं उसके बाद के भी.
नहीं
Right?
वो नहीं कर सकते. हाँ
सर आई वाज
वो
जस्ट
नहीं.
थिंकिंग कि ऐसा हो सकता है शायद.
नहीं तुम चाह रहे हो
मतलब
कि तुम ऐसा कर सकते हो कि कंबाइन कर सकते हो कमिट्स. 2-3 कमिट को कंबाइन करके
Yes, sir.
एक कमिट में डाल दिया तो नीचे वाले 2 कमिट को एक में, मतलब देयर इज अ वे टू डू इट, बट
Yes, sir.
ऐसे फिंगर पिक करके नहीं कर सकते हो. लाइक तुम
Yes, sir.
लॉजिक लगा के फिर भी कर सकते हो कि तुमने रीसेट किया वहां तक.
यस
एक
सर,
ऐसा.
वही लॉजिक सोच रहा था सर कि
हाँ
उसके बाद वाले सारे कमिट्स रीसेट हार्ड कर दो
हाँ
और
वो कर सकते हो
उसके
तुम.
स्टार्टिंग वाले
लेकिन
कमिट्स
हाँ
सॉफ्ट से चेंज करके सेम कमिट बना दो.
हाँ वो कर सकते हो, वो लॉजिक लगा के कर सकते हो, बट ऐसा कोई फंक्शनैलिटी नहीं दिया है गिट में. ये
Yes,
तो मतलब एज अ कोडर हम लोग उंगली करते रहते हैं चीज़ों में, बट
sir.
ऐसा कोई फंक्शनैलिटी नहीं है उसमें.
Okay, fine. Thank
ठीक है. You can use revert reset soft to merge all commits. Merging एक बहुत अलग कॉन्सेप्ट है संकेत, बट yes you can do that. Zoom में बहुत प्रॉब्लम है ऋषभ. Zoom में बहुत प्रॉब्लम है, बट हमने ऐसा कौन सा कुछ कर रहे हैं जो कि कोई चुरा लेगा तो क्या ही है, सीख ही जाएगा हमारा Zoom देख के वो. Sir, from branch can we check out commit to on master branch? नहीं, जिस ब्रांच पे आप काम कर रहे हो उस ब्रांच का कमिट का एक्सेस उसी ब्रांच पे होगा until and unless you merge it, जो हमने मर्ज की बात नहीं करी अभी तक. तो अगर आप चाहते हो कि मास्टर ब्रांच से आप सीधे dev 2 के ब्रांच के commit 2 पे चले जाओ तो नहीं कर सकते हो. मेरे को ये एक सेकेंड. Classroom code details. Vani, are you there? Vani is here. Is Vani here? No, Vani is here. Vani, can you share this thing to reshare this? But please do not ask it over and over again. All the information has been sent to you guys. Just add it. please reshare that initial message that you shared on Slack, okay, so that everyone can join it. Which commands are missing? वो basic commands है, अभी उससे उतना practice तो कर लो जितना हमने सीखा है, उसके बाद हम चलेंगे. Okay, चलो. और किसी का question? Okay, how can I separate branch from commit one of master branch? Tejas, can you explain it? Unmute करके. What you're trying to explain?
यस सर. हेलो.
हाँ बोलो.
सर अगर मुझे कमिट 1 के बाद में सेपरेट ब्रांच बनानी है तो फिर वो कैसे करेंगे? व्हाइट बोर्ड में सर, व्हाइट बोर्ड में.
हाँ हाँ अच्छा. कमिट 1 के बाद
यहाँ पे
अच्छा,
सर आपने कमिट 3 के बाद नया ब्रांच बनाया था जैसे डेव 1 ने, तो मुझे अगर कमिट 1 के बाद बनाना है तो वो कैसे करेंगे?
याद करो अभी एक हमने कमिट चेकआउट किया था ना.
हाँ चेकआउट.
गेट चेकआउट करके हम उस कमिट 1 पे गए थे. अब
हाँ.
हमें लेट्स से कि कुछ नया चेंज करना है. सो आई डू दैट चेंज एंड देन इट टोल्ड मी कि आप नया ब्रांच बना लो यहाँ से, मैं आपको चेंज करने नहीं दूंगा हिस्ट्री.
यस 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 याद आ गया.
तो ट्राई दैट आउट.
यस
ठीक है, ट्राई दैट आउट, प्रैक्टिस करना.
या थैंक यू सर.
ओके श्रीधर, यू हैव मोर क्वेश्चन?
Yes, sir. Like I've worked with Git before previously, but my doubt is like, let's assume after we finish like all these branches and reset, etc., and we push we push the committed stuff to the repository. After that, if we reset, will we still have the pushed files, or should we will it get reset in the repo as well?
So when you have deleted everything, so let's say you reset and once you pushed it and then you reset it locally.
Yes.
And then again when you push it, that reset will get pushed.
Okay. So that will affect the repo as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you push it from local, अगर आप local हटा दिया, delete ही कर दिया वो पूरा folder, and then you again clone it back, so you will get back the GitHub पे जो status है आपका. Otherwise, if you do it locally and push it again, then all the reset part will be pushed.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right. Cool. I think that's a good point to go today. Should we have some dinner, get a nice sleep, and I shall see you guys tomorrow at the same time. How to delete branch? Yes, ये सब बताऊंगा कल. delete सब एक साथ बताऊंगा, क्योंकि अभी हमें ब्रांच में और चीज़ें करनी है. अभी तो हमने बस ब्रांच बनाना सीखा है, उस पे काम करके कैसे कोलैबोरेट करते वो तो बचा अभी, वो मैं कल बताऊंगा आप लोग को. Okay, चलो. So that's it for the day, guys. I'm stopping the share. I shall see you tomorrow at the same time. Please take care and have a good day, great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Okay, there is something. Would you manage to provide the recording by midnight so that we can access it? Abhay, I tried today, but due to my internet issue, I wasn't able to start the live recording. But from the next session, you will be able to get it as soon as possible. Okay? Yes, we beat the lag today, finally. Where there is a will, there is a way. So I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.